channel and welcome back to another video. So I just thought I'd kind of bring you guys along as we did some clean out. So if you're new to my channel, hey y'all, my name's Shakema. How y'all doing? I'm a single mom of 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 dog, and we just inherited a grandma. We're living our very best life here at our house, and one of the things that we do try to do is be very, very frugal. And budget is a big thing for us around here. So we are pulling all of the things out of our fridge. It's Friday afternoon here, and we are trying to make sure that we can condense all of our bins or we use up everything. I made muffins this week, so there's 1 muffin left. Somebody will probably eat that. But then I made a cake as well, a lemon cake using the yellow cake that Shelly showed on her channel, but I just made it lemon. So I substituted in a tablespoon of lemon extract instead of the vanilla extract. So I have cake left. We have, these are pecan pralines, and there's just like 1 little cluster left. So I'm going to get Jackson to make some additional pralines for the week. We have some collard greens we made the other day, and I think that I will eat these for dinner and finish that out. And then we have a little bit of cream cheese, and I just made a fresh cream cheese. So we're going to just scrape this. This is just the end of the bowl. We're just going to scrape this out, and that will be the end of that. So we're going to get as much stuff out of the way or condensed into one as we can while we try to just clean out. So I'm going to get the kids working on a few things. This morning we did the cucumbers. I went ahead and cut up what we had so we could use these. But last night, we did not eat this for dinner, but Alana made it last night. She made, from the Southern Keto Cookbook, the mini bacon wrap meatloaves. And so she made those, and our bacon didn't get as crispy as we like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear open this bag. Just give it a little bit of a start. I'm going to tear open this bag, and I'm going to take out the meatloaves that are inside the bag. I'm going to put them in my cast iron skillet that I used this morning to do my radish hash. And then I'm going to put them back in the oven to crisp up the bacon. So we're getting ready to have dinner. And this is how I'm going to repurpose and reuse this particular portion. We had that meat out, and I didn't want to lose the meat. So I just asked Alana to go ahead and make the meatloaves, and then we just let them cool and we put them in a bag. So what I'm planning to do now is go ahead and get them back into this pan, and we're going to let the bacon get more crispy. So this doesn't need to cook for a long time. I'm just putting everything together. I do want to scrape off that fat so that it does go into the pan. And then that's going to be that. Can I get a trash can? And then whatever needs to go in the dishwasher, let's do it, please. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, this is chili from, we had some sausages yesterday at Family Share Night, our church thing, but there's only a little left and we don't have any more sausages, so we're going to dump the chili. Alana just yelled, no! So we're not dumping the chili. We're saving the chili. Let's see. Okay, this is some chocolate icing that we used on the cupcakes, but we're done with that. And then Jackson had some PB Fit, so we're going to toss all of that out. Wait! You need to put it in a thing that has a top on it so it doesn't get dry. So if you want to keep it, scrape it into a thing with a top. And then in this bucket is where I keep all of my mom's, her light snacks. She has not been a fan of the sugar-free Jell-O as of late, so we're going to replace some of this. I'll leave a few in here, but we're going to just put it in the pantry closet because it can sit in the pantry. And then she has some potted meat, which she does eat, and some Vienna sausages. So I'm going to replace some of this as well because she does need to have some meal replacement. So for her to have meal replacement, the aide came over today and they brought her some Boost. And so I'm going to just fill up. I got this bin from Goodwill. It's just a plastic bin that I found. And so I thought I'd use it to put her things in. And so I'm going to fill this up with some Boost. It's pretty heavy. Anything here? That's frozen. Okay.
What do you mean?
That can go in the trash. Can go outside in the trash can. This can go in the fridge where the other ones are. And so they have these little 8 ounces. This is the Boost that she used. Not sponsored or anything, just what she has to have. She gets one of these a day, so we're replacing one of her meals. She is not eating much these days, so we do want to try to get her in some nutrition as best as we can. So with that being said, we are just trying to supplement what we can. Then I'll just put the rest back in the pantry, and I'll put her bucket back into the fridge.
This fat's trash. That's
That's
man's fat.
Mam's fat. I'll probably have to go in the medicine run tomorrow. Okay, this can go back. Jackson, this can go back. So I've just pulled out a couple bins out of the pantry closet so we can see what in here we need to keep and what we need to toss. I know, I'm just going to try to fix these bins. Okay, we still have quite a few of these beef sticks. Can we put that in the cheese bucket, maybe?
Oh, they leave this stuff up?
Yeah, I'm going to put your crackers back. This needs to go in a bowl. So I got 2 bags of almonds that will open. They are different flavors, but I'm the only one who eats them, so I'm just combining them. And then, let's see. Get one out of the dishwasher already. Okay. So I still have, I like to keep my chip clip. Maybe I need a new chip clip. I don't use chips but for pork rinds, but I think this one is done. It's broken, and I think we're done. But I do have some that I got from Pampered Chef years ago. I like these, so I keep those in there. I do have some keto snack replacements. So I do have some keto bars that I'm going to put in here as well. I've got the salt. These come from the Perfect Keto Company. I've got the salted caramel and I have the lemon poppy seed. So I'm going to stick these in here to get rid of the boxes. And when I go back to work, I will put those in my lunchbox because depending on if I'm between schools, I may not get a chance for lunch, and then I can use those as a lunch replacement. Okay. All right, what else do I have? Okay, I'm going to put these in here. And then, do we have carb wraps already out? Or we're all out?
We have some in there.
So those can go in the freezer maybe? Okay, so the last thing on my list to use up so I don't have food waste are these 2 zucchinis. Now, they're about medium size. They're kind of small to me. It's not big, so small ones. I'm going to chop the ends of these off. I saw a recipe. And I can tell that I need to use these by looking at the ends. So I chop that front end off, and then I'm chopping this back end off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice into the zucchini, but I'm not going to slice all the way. I want to make like little individual sections of the zucchini because I'm going to stuff this with something. So I don't want to slice all the way into it because I don't want it to come apart. But I am slicing into the zucchini so that I can make little sections. Came off, but so this is what my zucchini looks like, right? I have little sections and I'm going to be able to stuff. So I didn't cut the back of it, I just cut it enough to stuff it. And I'm going to repeat the process on the other one. Whose turn is it to walk, ma'am? I took her out to pee. And so the second one is the same, right? So I'm just going to season this now. However you want to season your zucchini is totally up to you. I am going to take a pastry brush and I want to use some of my coconut oil because this is the oil I have. I don't have any avocado or olive. Now I'm just going to take this pastry brush and then I'm just going to brush down the zucchini with the oil. Do the same here. And I want to make sure I do it liberally. And now, I'm going to season this with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And some chili powder. I'm going to just roll this to make sure I get all of that chili powder onto the zucchini so I don't lose any of it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a parchment paper bag and I'm going to put it in the oven at the same time that I put my mini meatloafs in. I'm going to cook this on 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm just going to put them both in the same bag. And I'm going to put it on a tray and into the oven it goes. Alright, you guys, so I do want to share another recipe with you. Now, a lot of this stuff I just make up in my head. People will say, Shakema, where'd you get that? I have zero clue. I can't even tell you where any of that came from except out of my brain. And I'm going to live my best life. So I made the lemon cake and I did not make a frosting for it or a glaze. So I think I'm going to make a little bit of a caramel sauce. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put that into a fry pan. I do have on this a medium-high heat. I'll let that melt. Alright, so while that is melting, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the keto-friendly brown sugar. And I'm just going to melt that together. Alright, I've got my butter and the sugar mixture all melted. And then the last thing I'm going to put in this, I'm going to turn my heat down just a hair, is I'm going to put in some heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to start off with 1 tablespoon. Stir that in. I'll put in maybe another half tablespoon. I want to make sure I get all of those crystals up. Everything is nice and melted, and so this is what my caramel sauce looks like. I'm going to pop that off. I've microwaved a piece of that lemon cake that I made, and I'm just going to take a tablespoon and ladle some of this caramel sauce over my lemon cake. And 1 tablespoon is pretty much all you need. And so I have enough for the other pieces of cake that we have left. And so this is what this lemon cake looks like, and I'm going to enjoy this piece with a cup of coffee. Alright, you guys, so it's been 25 minutes and I have taken the zucchini out of the oven, and what I'm going to do now is the second part. So I'm going to pull out the zucchini out of this bag. I'm just going to put it on this, sit it on this plate. It's not fully cooked yet. So it's partially cooked. Now here's where these little slits that we made are going to come in handy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a spoon, and then I'm going to just drop in some of this bacon into each little crevice And then once you get it pretty filled with bacon, the next thing you're going to do is fill it with cheese. This is going back into a 350-degree oven for another 15 minutes. And so there it is, you guys. The zucchini is now out of the oven. We put it in for another 20 minutes just so it could get nice and tender. And it is really nice. The cheese is melted. Zucchini does have a lot of water in it, so some of that water and some of that juice and oil came out. The kids and I are getting ready to sit down to eat. I'm going to taste this little piece. Yum, yum, right? So we're going to plate up and let you see what a plate looks like. Bring your plate this way, bud. So there it is. This is Jackson's plate. He has some of the stuffed zucchini. He also has 2 of the mini bacon wrapped meatloaves. So we're going to let Jackson give it a taste and let you know what he thinks.
Hey y'all, I'm back for another taste test. Yeah, look at that.
Talk louder. Yeah. Stick it down. Fork. Put the fork. You want to use the fork? You don't want to use the fork. Oh my goodness. We don't want to use the fork though. You want to cut it a piece? Yeah.
Okay, y'all, as the usual result of Mom's cooking, it is very delicious. The zucchini is tender, but not so tender that it doesn't give you that crunchiness. And then this is so good. It tastes like a better version of a meatball. So I'd really advise trying this recipe. And we have to have the ultimate taste tester, ma'am.
Waiting for a crumb. Waiting for a crumb.
She gives her stamp of approval. So
Alana made the meatloaf.
Oh, credits to Alana. She made the meatloaf. She usually makes lots of stuff. Like that cheddar broccoli sausage stuff. I have no idea what it is, but it's delicious. You guys should try it. It's in the Southern Keto Cookbook. So if you want to find that recipe, you should. So as a result of Mom's usual cooking, it is delicious, and I advise trying this recipe all the way.
Alrighty, you guys, there it is. So we're done. We have cleaned out the refrige. We have cleaned out the refrige. We have warmed up our meal. We have cooked a different recipe that we shared with you. Jackson has given it a thumbs up. We did a few Insta stories and a few things on Facebook. So we're gonna now go and enjoy our meal. It is 7:38. I've got several videos to edit and still a zillion to film. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like it, thumb it up. Don't forget to hit subscribe.